Hey, everyone out there. Thank you so much for tuning into another Addicted Fishing podcast. Feels like a long time since I've been in one of these things.
It has been a minute.
You guys have been rocking them.
Yep.
We got Mr. Jason Harmson here. We got Patrick Gaffney. Patrick was in a podcast a couple weeks ago, weren't you, Patrick?
Yep, 2 weeks ago.
So Patrick is our awesome harbor. He owns Harbor Herring. Also has a guide service. What's the name of your guide service, Pat?
Gaffney's Guide Service.
Gaffney's Guide Service. So, and then Jason obviously was Steel Obsession, and we're in here today talking a little bit of spring salmon fishing.
Yeah, buddy.
Spring salmon. So
It is the time.
it is the time. Couple quick announcements. If you guys didn't know, the spring merch drop is officially live with some awesome stuff, guys. We have our brand new collaboration with Corkers on our boots. A project that I've been working on for over 2 years. The Addicted sunglasses have finally launched. Super excited to get those in your guys' hands. You guys are going to love them, I promise. And yeah, a bunch of other new cool stuff, tackle, apparel, all that. So if you haven't shopped the spring merch drop, it's available on the website right now. Have you guys caught any springers yet?
Nope.
I have not. I can't say that I've tried, though. I think if I went and tried, I could probably go get a couple.
Yeah. You've been talking about it a little bit. Like, we should go do it. We should go do an afternoon float.
Yep.
It's getting more realistic. We should do that next week.
It really
We
is.
should.
Yeah.
We have it. We have it planned Tuesday.
Oh, perfect.
We're doing it.
Perfect.
We're doing it live.
Live. I love it.
I haven't caught any because I just moved camp down and I'm just getting going. So my fingers crossed.
Camp,
we're
you
gonna
got
go
a camp set up?
Brought camp down. I live up in Puget Sound, so
Okay.
I come down. This is my 8th year doing Springer camp on the Lower Columbia season and come down to Camp Kalama, shout out to them, and put the whole gamut on, and come hell or high water, I'm fishing.
Nice.
Nice, dude. Well, yeah, we're gonna actually go head out tomorrow with Patrick and do a little scouting mission, get a little feet wet mission out on the Columbia.
Yeah.
So it's been a weird year this year. You know, I feel like by now usually there's a lot more fish that have been caught.
Yes.
So what do you think is causing it?
It's, I think participation's down overall, because I think the last couple of years, it's been kind of a slow start. A couple of years ago, we had that super, super bad year, cold water, smelt, just fish showed up late, This year, it's definitely a different year. I don't think it's going to be the normal haunt, go out in 30, 35 feet and troll around with the chrome dip flasher. The Columbia is not really high per se, but it's definitely dingy. The Willamette's kind of high, so it's a weird flow, like low to medium height or medium height and dirty water. So it's kind of anybody's game, Sea lions are around, the smelt are around. They're finally dying off, Do
you think that these smell are good for our runs or bad? Like, it feels like, because I remember years and years ago, like, we never really had smelt like this crazy, especially in some of these tribs up here. Like, they never used to run up that trib.
Yeah.
No.
You know
Never.
what I mean? Now they're running up some tribs that they never have historically ran up. And then the other thing I've noticed, especially the last couple years, is like, it seems like the smelt bring a lot more sea lions and seals with them.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a ton more.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it helps, because I know the salmon eat the smelt. But I think that the salmon, from what all the old timers say, they come behind the smelt, the springer. So I definitely think everything's getting pushed a little later and later every year.
We've seen that with most of our salmon runs, whether it be spring, summer, fall, all of them. It seems like they're showing up later.
Yep.
Salmon and steelhead.
Yep.
Yeah.
There'll be a day though where
It's
it'll
called global warming.
Yeah. There'll be a day where it'll come back. Things kind of always balance themselves out. But there's some salmon around. Couple in the tribs already getting caught. Couple on the Columbia that I know about. And honestly, I think the guys who are finding some success in these, kind of different per se conditions on the Columbia, I don't think they're saying much.
Exactly. I already know that's going on.
I think it's a very specific pattern that that we're going to have to figure out. And the guys who have starting to figure it out already, they're keeping tight lips about it.
The thing that's interesting to me, though, is I swear, like, even last year when it was tough and the year before when you were talking about that really cold year, dude, there were still some guys that were getting them pretty good and they were posting,
Yeah.
I'm not seeing any of that this year.
No, the old forums have been quiet, where all the old boys kind of hang out, and Facebook's been quiet, a couple of years ago when it was bad, there was fish around. I would see them, with the live technologies and stuff, and you can tell when there's a salmon. You can see.
Yeah, there's no denying
There's
it
no
anymore.
denying it. There's absolutely not. And the guys that I know that were catching some lower in the river than I was, fresher fish, they're full of smelt, and it's like you can only eat so much. Just like you and I, like when you're full, you're full. Yeah. And I do honestly think that makes a difference.
It makes a huge difference. Yeah, I agree. I would fully agree.
I could get behind that statement. That's fact.
With that being said, we're going to have some more turbid waters, we got until April 6th. I would assume that we're going to get a couple extension days, but until we hear that, plan on, fishing differently, not fishing out in that deep water like years past, maybe.
I'm going to try to go out Sunday for sure.
Yeah. And I would say try some of those higher water techniques. I think these fish are going to be different, and you're going to have to give them more of a chance to see your offering. And just don't be afraid to play around with some different spots. I'm going to go anchor
at the mouths of some rivers.
Yep. Yeah, why not? Bring some 20-aught hooks for some sea lions and hang on. That's a hell of a takedown right there.
Straight to braid, baby. Straight to braid.
Yeah, that's freaking crazy. It's just sad. I remember it just seems like we haven't had like a good lower Columbia Springer year in a while.
Yeah.
Long enough to where I can't remember.
Yeah, I agree. Last year I didn't really do my big camp and stuff. I kind of got discouraged. I only fished like 4 days last year, and when I showed up, I was actually pleasantly surprised.
You were getting a few, yeah.
They were getting a few, and I started, and I was like, oh, I hooked 5 one day. Oh, I hooked 4. Oh, I hooked 7. It was like, huh, what?
They're here.
What's going on?
They're here. So, and the fact that I'm hearing of them in the tributaries, and there's some back to the hatchery racks already, there's fish around.
Yeah.
You just gotta hunt them down. And
last year, the last 2 days of the season, I trolled both mornings and limited before 10 a.m. both mornings the last 2 days of the season last year.
Yeah.
But water conditions are just so important. Like
for sure.
If we don't get those water conditions, dude, it's just so much tougher.
It makes it super tough. And like right now, we went from being almost 80 degrees today to now we're talking about tornadoes. So
I know.
It's kind of a weird thing, but they're out there. And that's half the fun is playing the game. To me, spring Chinook fishing, it is a game of chess every day, and that's half the fun.
And one thing I will say, just from what I've seen, guys, is if you do want to go out there and put some effort in, it seems like to me most of the guys that are either plunking or sitting on anchor are the ones that are getting them right now. It doesn't seem like too many trollers have had great opportunities at catching them. We did have a little window there where Charles got a couple, and like some guys I know got them trolling, but then as soon as that river came back up, it was over again.
I think a lot of that has to do just because they're just blasting upriver right now. They're not really stopping, meandering. They have that higher water conditions than.
But it's weird. There's only like 11 over the dam or something.
Yeah.
Right.
I think what's happening is they're getting up and out of that dirtier water.
Yeah.
And when they get up and out of there, that's where they're stopping, chilling, resting.
Yeah.
And then, when that eventually cleans up, I think they'll end up going back downriver to where they're actually supposed to be.
Yeah, there's 11 springers over. What's the average? Do you guys know? Like,
I think
right now, are we like below or above the 10-year average?
Well, I think for the 5-year average or something like that, I think we're right in there. And the test nets down in the lower Columbia, they're kind of on track for what historically it's been in the last few years. Okay. But I think you're right, Jason. These fish, we got a little bit of dirt, got the smell, I think they're going to get up to where a certain spot, just like any river, where they feel comfortable and they're just going to hang out.
Yeah.
And, not saying that right below Bonneville, it's stacked, but somewhere in the Columbia, they're going to find.
Yeah, look at that.
They're going to find a spot. They're going to
show up. Look at those averages. They're going to show up around April 1st.
Yeah. Yeah. They're just going to find a spot where they're going to hang out. And,
look at that.
Yeah. We're right on track. But like I said, I think participation's been low, and the conditions haven't been the most ideal. But you gotta go if you want to catch a spring salmon early. You gotta go.
Got to put the time in.
Yep. Get get out there. And there's not as many people around right now this time of year as there is in some of those upriver fisheries. So it's a little more enjoyable in that regard.
Yeah. I took a drive where I drove on, driving along the Columbia for 20 miles. And I was actually surprised at how many boats I didn't see.
Yeah.
I was like, what? It's a beautiful day in the Pacific Northwest.
Yep.
Why are people, I mean, I understand it's a weekday. People got to work, but
yeah.
I know there's also a lot of people that work remote, that work or that are retired. It's like, come on, get out there. It's time.
It was a bluebird day today. In a tank top right now. Straight up. Like at the end of March, and one of my more preferred spots I like to troll, there was one boat on the troll.
Really?
So it's like whatever, but you just
they're
try.
just leaving them all for you.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna go play vacuum cleaner, Mr. Hoover, tomorrow.
I'm down. Don't twist my arm too hard.
I won't. So,
I'm sitting here just trying to. I got down a rabbit hole on my phone.
Yeah, you're playing on your phone.
I was trying to find all the averages because it's interesting to look at and see like when are the fish actually going to show up, and it seems like really over the dam like 3:31, like end of March, like 3:31, 4:1 is when they kind of start coming, and then they're peaking like around mid-April into May.
Yeah, the last few days of March is like I would say a pretty good time to get out and
they should be here is what I'm saying.
Like
Like they should be in that lower river right now getting beat on right now.
They should be. And the guys down below us, they're not really getting them because it's dirty. The Willamette blew out and that water mixes in. So it's hard to use like reports as a gauge per se, especially on boats down below us. But it's going to happen all at once. It's the last few days of the season is typically always the best, and that's where most of the quota gets chewed up in theory. And if the river stays how it is, it's like it's okay right now. We should see some good fish in the last week of the season. But
what we need to really happen is we need the rain to chill out and the turbidity on these other rivers to go down and just get that Columbia to clean up a little bit, and then I think we're going to see some crazy good fishing.
Yep, for sure. I'm going to shout out myself. We just got our freezer in here with you guys. So any of you weekend warriors or last minute guys need a tray or two of fish, Addicted Store has it.
That's right, guys.
Nice fresh green labels from this year. So
yes, Patrick was kind enough to get us stocked up with herring, guys. So if you need green label herring in the Addicted Store here in Ridgefield, Washington, the address is 7509 South 5th Street. So come visit us at the Addicted Shop if you haven't yet. Today was crazy. There was a lot of dudes that stopped by. It was cool.
Good.
It was really, really cool. So
some good looking herring in there too. I definitely went through a couple of those packages. Like those are some nice looking little
there's
fishies.
some good stuff.
There's a couple good ones.
Yeah,
there's a couple good ones.
There's definitely some freaking good ones. So let's talk a little bit about steelhead season. Like, how was your guys' steelhead season? Did you have a good one, successful one?
I had a pretty successful steelhead season. I would say the earlier months were really, really good when we were allowed to fish.
December, January.
Yeah, when the river would allow us. And then we had that big cold front kind of come in and kind of made things a little stagnant, but still consistent. It wasn't dead fishing by any means. And then we had that big snow melt right at the end, that warm up snow melt rainfall all at once. And it blew us out for a few days. And then when we were getting back on the river, we were all thinking, oh yeah, this is going to be it. Here's when they're all going to show up. And they really didn't.
No,
they were. It was kind of that same slow trickle that we were seeing, prior during that cold snap. And I mean, granted, we did see a couple of really good days of fishing. Don't get me wrong, but most of the days were I would say a grind.
We were all very disappointed.
Compared to, Cam and I were always saying, before this steelhead season starts, if it's half as good as last year was, we'll be okay. And I am confident to say that it was not half as good as last year.
Yeah, no. But we are starting to see some late fish showing up in some of the rivers, which is
for
really
sure.
cool.
Yeah, no, there's been a pretty good push of fish that came in over the last, I would say, week and a half, 2 weeks. I I've gotten out there a handful of times. I've kind of started to slow down in my season. Just at the end of March, I did my last trip, I think, on Monday. So I can say that, we got a handful on Monday, and it was not bad fishing by any means.
Well, we went on Saturday and had a great day.
Yeah. So, I mean,
like pulses of fish.
Exactly. There's just going to be mini pulse, mini wads coming into the rivers. And I think a lot of those fish we're going to see stick around too, because they're not going to go so far up. They're going to be lower river spawners.
Right. See any summer runs yet?
I have seen a couple summer runs. I think after all the rivers start to really drop in and get to that, kind of stabilized height, I think we're going to see, at least on some of the tributaries, springers and summers come in at the same time.
Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah,
that's a lot of
fun. It's a mixed bag day is a ton of fun.
Yeah.
When I love summer steelhead, I don't know that I love catching those things.
I love it when a summer steelhead smashes a K13.
Yeah.
It is so awesome. It's like, why am I fishing these little 3.0 and freaking little tadpoles all the time?
I know.
Just throw a freaking tuna wrapped K13 out there. They'll smoke
That's
it.
all you need. That's all you need.
Yeah, no, I'm excited for the upcoming months. It should be a good spring and summer. Hopefully we'll have some water towards the end of May and into June, and we'll just continue to kind of see that steady flow of fish, kind of like what we were seeing last year this time of year.
Cool.
Should be good. Awesome. Stoked.
Another question I got for you guys. Do either of you have any trips planned this year? You guys going to go on any little fishing adventures?
Dude.
What do you got, Jason?
Go ahead, Gaffney.
Man, I'm such a homebody. I haven't gone on a freaking vacation in forever. I would love to get back up to Southeast Alaska. It's been a while. I've spent a lot of time up in Alaska, all over the state, when I was commercial fishing and stuff. But
I saw that LFS sweatshirt.
Yeah. A little different than the sport fishing thing, though. But one thing that I've really been starting to want to check out is like Guatemala, stuff down there. Like, I really want to go not swordfish, but billfish fishing.
Okay, yeah.
I went one time when I was on vacation in Hawaii, but catching a sailfish on a fly rod looks amazing to me.
It's funny you say sailfish, because me and Scott Call, I was meeting with Scott Call from Brad's Fishing today. Me and him kind of do iCast together.
Yeah.
So we always go out to Florida and do the iCast thing. Big fishing show out there, guys, for not a consumer show, but for basically an industry trade show. It's the biggest in the country. And we were talking about doing sailfish. You can go out in Florida and get them, but you troll for them in like 2,000 feet of water.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, no, it looks fun, that light tackle stuff. I've caught blue marlin, in Hawaii, and I halfway feel bad catching a big old 500-pound blue marlin. It's like catching a 400-pound halibut. Like,
they fight to the death.
They fight to the death, and honestly, it's not that much fun.
The first
much work.
3 minutes.
Yeah.
From what I've seen, like the first 3 minutes is the most epic, and then you might as well just cut your line because they jump 16 freaking times.
Yeah.
And just
Because I've been used to, like, up in, western Alaska, like, we'd catch 50, 60-pound halibut in 30 feet of water on salmon rods.
Yeah.
And that was fun, But catching like a 50 to 100-pound sailfish on a big fly rod just looks amazing. Or throwing like huge poppers towards schools of tuna somewhere.
that does
that gets my blood boiling.
Yeah,
sure.
That would be. I'm doing that this year for bluefin in California.
I don't know if I'll make it happen this year. I doubt it, because I'm a glutton for punishment when it comes to work. But one of these days, I'm gonna do it. And my wife loves to fish, and she's more hardcore than I am. So I think it'd be something her and I would really enjoy.
That's cool. I am going to Montana for a week, and then I'm going to float the John Day for 3 days,
Nice.
and then going to Sitka. First time in Alaska ever.
What do you do in Montana with Colt?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, it'll be cool. It'll be a good trip.
Is you and Annie going?
Yeah. Yep, it'll be Annie and I, and then him and Nadia. So it'll be a fun little getaway.
When you going to Sitka?
First
July 7th.
First full week of July.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Before the humpies show up.
Yep.
Yeah. So we'll be doing
It's
some
the best halibut on planet Earth is a whole humpy.
dude.
We got a lot of connections there, so we'll get 'em.
I'm super stoked for that. And then later in July, I go back up to Alaska and guide for Big Dave for a month, or just over a month. And then that's pretty much it. And then we jump right into Fall Chinook. So I'm gonna have a busy few months
I
here.
feel like working for Big Dave is just like hair on fire 24/7, just fun to the limit kind
It
of thing.
will be. I am very much so looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's
Those rivers up there are freaking so epic. Too.
It's gonna be super sick.
The way the setup is of the rivers, dude, it's just like it puts all the fish in these like specific areas.
Yeah,
and it's just so freaking badass. So
I'm hyped. I'm stoked. I mean, the first time I get to go to Alaska, I get to go back a couple weeks later and work it. So
I'm gonna
be
go
really
catch
cool.
a fish this year. Actually, in just a few weeks that I've always had on my bucket list, we're going to go chase monster blue catfish. So, and I'm talking ones that are in like the 50, 60, 70, even potential at a 90 pounder. The guy we're going with has broke the North Carolina state record 5 times, twice his own record.
In the same day.
Noodling?
No noodling. There will be no noodling. No, you're trolling for him, apparently.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
apparently you troll
Crazy,
for
right?
him.
That is bizarre.
Yeah, and it's crazy too. I guess you use like whole crappie.
Wow.
And he's like, dude, for the big ones, he's like, you'll be using like 2-3 pound crappie.
Wow.
Do you cut plug them?
I don't know. Well, I'm excited to learn it.
I'm not
Cut plug your
traveling out of
crappie.
state, but I am going to try to do it this year is catch a muskie. I've never caught one.
Come down, dude. We'll get you out.
dude.
Those things look,
Tiger muskie are cool.
yeah.
So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to be in Alaska with Jason for Sitka. That's going to be fun in July. And then I'm going to be in Florida this year. I'm planning on also going to Michigan in August. I have so many trips. I almost feel bad sitting here talking about all the trips that I'm
Live
going
it
on.
up, man.
Because I'm going on a lot this year. I'm
Live
planning
it
on
up.
filling my schedule up with all sorts of fishing adventures.
Got to
Yep.
do it. Got to do
So-
it while you can, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You only live once, boys and girls.
That's
you only
right.
Live once.
That is a fact.
So, Pat, Jason, you guys got any trips? I know there's some people out there watching or listening that might want to book some trips with you guys and get out and go fishing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing tributary fishing in May and whatnot. I got some room for that. I have a couple like single seat stuff open for this lower river fishery, and if you want, you can always get on like a email chain or just get a hold of me if you want to be put on standby for any extension days. It's
How do they get a hold of you?
my number's 253-432-1126, or my website's gaffneyfishing.com.
Yeah, so guys, just get a hold of Gaffney. There's going to be some good opportunities, I think, especially like that, those last 4 days we get in April. Usually it seems like no matter what happens, even condition wise, like we can get them those last kind of 4 days of the season usually. So hopefully that reigns true this year as well.
Yeah.
And
we're coming into the time of year where there's evening trips too. So if there's something that, don't want to really do a full day, trip, or you want to get out, but you only got a, certain amount of budget kind of thing, we can do 3-4 hour evening trips this time of year too, for sure.
Cool, guys. So hit up Gaffney. That was his number. That's his website. What about you, Jason?
I have a handful of trips at the end of April available. Drift boat, tributary springers.
He's going to say Kalama River, guys.
I
so that's
almost
fine.
was, but I mean, you can guess the region that I'm in and drift boat, and you can kind of put 2 and 2 together. But anyways, I do have a couple of trips
You
available.
don't even need to know
at
the
end.
region.
No, seriously.
Sorry, I didn't mean to freaking.
Couple of trips available at the end of April. May, kind of my peak season's pretty booked out. A couple of single seats available, and then the month of June I'll be kind of doing combo trips between Springers and Summer Steelhead as well. So check out my website, steelobsession.com, fill out a trip request form, and I will get a hold of you.
And I got to say, guys, and I know I've said it, you guys have heard it in a couple videos and seen it in a couple videos. I fish with Jason a lot now, and I have consistently become a better angler because of it. Learned a ton from this guy, and I had literally one of the best steelhead seasons I've had in years because of him this year. So get out with him, go fishing, get out with both these boys and go fishing. It's going to be, I think we got some good fishing ahead of us, especially when this water and all the weather and everything starts to stabilize.
When everything stabilizes, it should be wide open.
Should be good. Should be good.
It's going to be real good, hopefully. It's
Heck
gonna be
yeah.
real good. All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate every single one of you. Do not forget, subscribe, like, comment, do all those things that we like on all these different platforms. If you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you like to listen to this, thank you so much for doing that. And until next time, we'll see you on the river.
Cheers.
Later.